Hi everyone, this is, first of all, my name is Moon.
My name is Sam.
And we're Korea Board Games. And here in this year's UK Games Expo, we would like to present some of our new games. Some of these games have been previewed before, but then they're still pretty new, so we included some of those and completely new games as well.
Mm-hmm.
So how about we start with our first game that we want to show?
Sure. So I guess the first game that we'll show off to kickstart this event is called Mind Deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And Mind Deeper, it's a 6 and up 2-player game. And
Dueling game, huh?
Dueling game, yeah, exactly. And the game runs around 15 minutes. So basically what this game is about is each player is I guess they work in a mine. And they're basically trying to dig, or I guess try and see if they can find the secret red gems on the other side of this little concrete wall here. So let me just show you what the board actually looks like. So it's double-sided, and each player will be given their own individual shovel.
Mm-hmm.
And if we look at this side over here, the gems and everything are already all laid out. So as a player that's on the opposite side, I obviously don't know what's on this side, and vice versa. The player on the opposite side won't know what's on this side either. So basically what we're going to be doing is each player will be taking turns, pushing from their side to see what kind of rock or gem falls over on the other side. And as we see over here, each player will be given their own little marker here to keep track of the rocks or the gems that fall from the other side. And we have, as you can see here, we have several different color rocks and gems here. For example, if we look at the gray rock here, that doesn't really mean anything. It's just a rock. It doesn't give you any points and whatnot. And next we see a couple of yellow gems over here. And basically what the yellow gems indicate is they don't offer you any points. They're not really objective worthy, but what they do is they give you a clue as to where the red gems are. So if you happen to knock over one yellow gem, then that means there's one red gem right nearby, either north, south, east, or west. So if you knock that down, it kind of gives you a clue on that there's a red gem nearby. And then we see another gem over here, purple gem. It serves as the same function as a yellow gem, except unlike the yellow gem, where it only indicates a possible one red gem nearby, the purple gem indicates that there's two red gems nearby, east, north, south, east, and west. And the red gem is obviously the gem that you want to try and collect before your opponent does.
And you need 5, huh?
Yep, you need to collect 5 faster than the other player.
And normally, I'm guessing you get to set it up according to these cards. You shuffle it and pass it on to each player.
Yep, absolutely. So for this one, we'll be using this.
Mm-hmm.
You can arrange it in any way that you like. I actually recommend when you first start out to follow what the card indicates. Because, as I mentioned, as I talked about the yellow and purple gem,
mm-hmm.
Obviously there's going to be some kind of rules to how you can lay out the gems and rocks that you see here. So it's, I'd say it's a lot more convenient, and it's faster for you to, get the game going.
And for advanced players, you can set it up without looking at these with these cards, huh?
Correct, as long as you adhere to the rules,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So why don't I just jump right into it?
One thing though, in case you make a mistake, the rule of thumb is, as Sam mentioned, you need there's one red gem. The yellow gem means that there's one red gem, and purple gem means that north, south, east, and west there's 2, right? So basically, if you were to set this up on your own, how you would spot a mistake is you look at here. Basically, in this screen, there's a purple gem and 2 red gems. If you accidentally set up like this, the other player can tell this is only for advanced players, by the way. The other player can tell I think you Oh, not the other player. You have to kind of play this a few times to get how the setup works. So this would be incorrect because there's a purple gem and a yellow gem coinciding. So the correct one would be something like this. If you can see it. So previously on this gray spot, it was yellow, and where the yellow moved, that was gray. So that would be incorrect. And so we only recommend this for advanced players.
Always follow what the card says.
Yeah.
So let's just say, for example, I'll just jump right into it. So let's just say it's my turn, and you know, I'll have my little score mark, or I guess my little tally chart over here. At first it's kind of a guessing game. I don't know where, how it's laid out, but I'm gonna start by knocking this one over here. Falls down.
It's nothing.
And I got a gray one. That doesn't really mean anything. But I knocked it down from the far right third row. So I would be placing this onto this little marker here.
And obviously, only you would see the card, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You do not want to be.
This is just for the purpose of demonstration.
Yeah. So and then it'll be the next person's turn, and then it's back to my turn. Because I knocked over a rock, I still got to kind of guess and see where, the gems might be. Let me try and knock, this one over. Let's see.
Pretty lucky.
I got very lucky there.
So there's a lot of luck involved when you start, huh?
So let's just try, let's just say it's back to my turn, and I want to knock this one. Oh, purple. Okay. That means there's 2 reds nearby. Let's just say it's my turn again. I'm going to say it's probably over here. Okay, I was right. Yeah, so this cycle just keeps repeating over and over until one player collects all 5 red gems first. And that's basically when the game ends.
So it's Battleship, but with mines.
Exactly.
Not mines, gems.
Gems and shovels.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's... You can see why it's relatively short game, and it's still quite interactive. I really like these kind of games because it's me personally. I like games that have some kind of a toy element to it.
Yeah.
I just feel it's a lot more fun for me personally. So yeah, with this game, we first showed it at the Nuremberg Toy Festival at the start of this year. And a lot of people really liked what this game was all about. Obviously, this game is still a work in progress, but we plan on releasing this game sometime in the fall, latest the winter this year. So, yeah.
I'd just like to say this is a lot like Minesweeper, huh?
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, I believe when they were developing it, they were kind of inspired by Windows Minesweeper, or the pastime of many people during office hours. Not my office hours, but
a secret, yeah.
Yeah, who does Minesweeper? No.
Yeah, I guess this is an alternative to that. I guess. Obviously, I wouldn't be playing this in the. Actually, we would be playing this in the office. We're a board game company, for crying out loud. So yeah, well, what do you think of this game?
It's pretty simple. You start with a lot of luck, so entry level is very simple. It's a family game, but it's very it's targeting children basically.
Yeah.
There's a lot of luck involved, but as you keep progressing, since you have to get 5 red gems first, there's a lot of intuition involved as well.
Yeah.
A lot of deduction. The key point is getting those purple gems and those yellow gems.
Yep.
So you guess and then you get those. So once you know, once you get those 2 kinds of gems, you get an idea. Okay, my red gems are somewhere nearby. So you get to finish before your other competitors.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, that's basically it for mine deeper. And why don't I just share with you guys what the box looks like here. Close up. I really like another thing that I like about this game is just the artwork. It's really cute. I like it. It's good artwork, good quality, and pretty much summarizes what the game's all about. So yeah, that's it for Minesweeper. And why don't we move over to Firefly Dance, Moon?
Okay, sure. Well, Firefly Dance is basically for ages 4 plus. There's 2 to 4 players involved. It's not like Minddeeper where it's just a dueling game, even though 2 players can play. More people, the merrier. The game time is similar. It's 15 minutes. And this one is a bit different because it's a memory game. And there's a lot of pattern recognition. Not pattern recognition. Well, I'll show you. How about I show you how the game works, and I'll show you. You'll get an idea of how this is different from most memory games.
Oh, don't forget the magic wand.
Of course, my favorite part. This is the magic wand, and you get a bunch of cards. And I'll explain that later. This is your magic student. You get your dice. This dice is has number 1, 2, 3, but it also has a card which I'll explain. Basically, to win this game, you need to collect these gems. And how do you collect these gems? Let's say you roll a 1. You roll a 1, you move the magic student 1 spot. And if you look closely, the spot I moved to is blue. And if you look at the board, there's 4 fireflies. So why don't you try lighting it up?
Why don't I light all of them up first? You know, show them what magical colors these fireflies.
Yeah, you have to believe in magic for it to work.
Yeah. Oh, I believe in magic.
Do you?
Well, I don't know about that, but
well, so basically, I didn't actually look at what you did, but let's say for the sake of the game, let's say I did. This is the blue. I would have to guess the blue one. So let's say I go first and I rolled a 1. So here I would have to guess a blue. I think it's this one. Oh, and it's correct, blue. Yeah, so basically, in that case, I would take 1 gem and place it in front of me. And now it would be your turn, Sam. Why don't you try rolling the dice? Let's say you rolled it, since there's a lack of space. Let's say you rolled a card. If you look at the dice, you will see this part has a card drawn on it. Basically, you draw the top card in the pile. Let's see. You can have 2 or 3 fireflies, but basically, here you have to. Oh, one thing first. I guessed blue a while ago. If you guess correctly, you have to move the firefly that you guessed correctly into another position. So let's say I move it here. And now Sam would go, and he would have to guess all 3 correctly. So red,
blue,
and green. And if he gets it, there's a bigger reward. If not, then the turn goes back to me. If he gets all 3 correctly, there's 3 fireflies drawn on this card. So Sam would get 3 gems.
Unfortunately,
you know where blue is. I just switched it.
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at this wand.
Okay.
Okay, so no, I got that one wrong.
Nah, yeah. Thing about this game, it's very easy if you concentrate on it. But once you start talking, especially if there's more people, you start talking, you get distracted, and so there's a memory element to it. But you distract each other, and you lose focus, and you lose track.
Like what just happened now.
Yeah. It's not that our memory is bad, right? Our memory is pretty standard, pretty normal.
That's what I'm going to believe in. That's what I'm going to tell myself.
I'm hoping my brain level's above 4 years old. Just my hope.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's Firefly Dance. It's unique because the components light up. There's you need batteries in the wand, but the battery's not included, of course. And yeah, there's a lot of replayability, especially for kids 4 to 5 years old.
I think this game would also be fun for adults as well, since there's a lot of a memory element to it as well.
Yeah.
And
kind of play it like a party game.
Yeah, like a party game, right? I could definitely see that. A party game with magical fireflies and the wand. I mean, I think it'd be really, really funny.
Yeah.
And then very exciting too. So.
I mean, the artwork here is phenomenal as well. If you look at the box. This is our Korean version, but it's pretty much the finished product. As you can see, it's very crisp. The fireflies, the main components of the game, we represented them here. And yeah, it's pretty simple. You get the most gems and you win. So yeah, that was Firefly Dance. this was pretty popular. Our next game was pretty popular earlier this year in Nuremberg, but it's called Monster Dentist. How about you, explain Monster Dentist?
Oh yeah, of course. Monster Dentist. It's another one of my favorites actually. This game is a for people children 8 and up, and it's a game for up to 4 people. And this game is also just like Mine Deeper, roughly around 15 minutes. And basically the objective of this game is each player will be acting as a dentist for monsters, and they will be actively using a mouth mirror to check any abnormal teeth inside the monster's mouth. And as they look at different teeth patterns inside their mouths, they will simultaneously try and match tooth tokens into this jaw here. So actually, why don't I show you guys what the player board looks like. So this is a prototype still. The finished product will be a lot more polished, but you guys get the idea of how this looks like. So this is the main game board, and this is the individual player board that each player will be getting. And on top of that, each player will also be given their tooth tokens.
Yep. And
as well too.
I'll give you a set of tooth tokens.
Sure. Thank you. So yeah, as we see here, we have many different color tooth tokens. And if I flip them, upside down, they're different colors. So that kind of adds an element of, should I say difficulty? Yeah.
I mean, they're dual-sided, as you can see. Even if they're the same color, some are cracked, some are healthy.
Yep. Exactly.
And you have to diagnose it.
We could also get some the rainbow tokens as well.
Rainbow. Okay.
Yep. So each player will be given 3 of these rainbow tokens as well, and we'll get into that. And each player will also be given their mouth mirror over here. Typical equipment that you see at the dentist. And what you do with this is you put it inside the monster's mouth. Yep. You can see from the reflection the different teeth sequences directly inside the monster's mouth. So as you're doing this, you're simultaneously going to try and match the appropriate teeth according to what you see inside the monster's mouth.
So it's pattern recognition and it's real time.
Yep, it's pattern recognition, and yeah, absolutely real time.
What I'm wondering is what do those Joker tokens do?
So basically with these Joker tokens, they represent any color tooth that you want. Doesn't not just the color, but also the condition. It can either be your happy teeth or your rotten teeth. And each player will be given 3, and if you use it once, you can't use it again.
The entire game, not just that round, right?
Exactly. So let's just say, for example, I am looking at what's going on, and well, I can't really see what's going on from this side.
How about I help you there?
All right, sure, thanks. So it's a little hard here. So as I'm looking, I'm going to try and match as fast as I can before the other players complete their little jaw over here. And obviously I don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm just trying to complete it as fast as I can. And when the player completes their set, they will say, stop, it's diagnosis, whatever you want to call it. And
usually done does the job.
Or done, yeah. Or, and then everybody will put their mouth mirror down, and then you will take the little card
just to show
underneath
our dear viewers. That's how it would look like underneath. And the cards are inverted, so you would always have to take from the bottom, not from the top.
And then this is the card that I was trying to match, and let's compare and see how well I did.
Epic fail.
I did terribly.
Epic fail.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be getting anything from that round. But
and you'd also be getting a penalty, no?
Well, yeah, I would be actually. So let's just say, let me just explain first. The objective is to match it correctly and try and win 3 of these cards first. And let's just say I already won 2 rounds. I had 2, but I finished the matching first. Again, I took this card, but then it happened to be incorrect. Then I would actually lose one of the cards that I initially held on to. But if I didn't have any cards, then I would actually have to give up a Joker token. And I wouldn't be able to use that for the rest of the game. So...
yeah, and Joker tokens, if you use all 3, you can use all 3 early in the first round, but if you use it all early, like, you need 3 to win, so it does get more difficult.
And because this is real time, I mean, as everybody's checking inside the monster's mouth simultaneously, it can get quite competitive. Everybody can start like pushing the other person's mouth mirror away or trying to block their view.
I mean, if it's 3 players, I'd imagine it'd be like this, huh? Like it'd be 3 people. Like, this guy would have an advantage, but basically, at least you can play together. If you have, but my favorite is when you have 4 players. 4 players, you're kind of like bothering each other. You're denying a lot of vision. There's a limited space.
No, I bet the monster regrets going to the dentist, right?
Yeah.
That happened.
I'm not sure if the viewers saw this side. So each monster has a different image. There's a different monster on each side. So something to look forward to. Which one do you like better? Are you a red guy or a green guy?
Let's see. I think I'll go with the green guy. He looks very tired.
And obviously I'm wearing red, so I guess I'd have to support the red guy, huh?
Yeah, and plus he doesn't look like he's pleased to go to the dentist,
Is it a guy? I'm not sure how the genders work here.
It's a monster, that's all I know.
Well, okay. So, that was Monster Dentist.
Yep.
How about we show the viewers the box?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not sure if this was specified, but this is a prototype box.
It's a prototype.
It's really going to be released, at least in certain regions, in fall this year. But hopefully it'll go to your region soon. This is the Korean version of the box. Still a prototype, so it's going to be a lot cleaner, but the artwork itself is finalized. So yeah, that was Monster Dentist. So the next game is, the most entertaining, let's say, in my personal taste.
Oh, me too.
It's called Mystery. Well, the name we haven't 100% set the name yet, but for now, let's call it Mystery Ladder.
All right, Mystery Ladder it is.
So yeah, this is Mystery Ladder in the picture. And the thing about this game, well, if you notice from our previous viewers, this has a coconuts theme. Coconuts was a dexterity action game where you fling coconuts from a monkey and to cups. And once you fling it into cups, basically you would complete a pyramid and finish the game. So this one's a prototype as well. And just to show you how the game looks, this is the prototype, and this is the finished product. But this finished product will only be available in Korea. So basically, the objective of this game is to reach the dragon. When the game starts, there'll be actually no ladders. It's kind of funky. This is a ladder game, but you don't start with ladders. Let's say, okay, here's the starting spot. The players don't actually start on the board. This is a dice rolling game. So basically, if it was my turn, I would roll, let's say I roll a 3. Okay, so I'm the red player. I would go 1, 2, 3. How about you try, Sam?
Sure.
You actually start outside, but...
Outside? Oh, I was just confident there. Oh, 1.
1.
I knew that was going to happen, so...
Yeah. Well, yeah, so it's a standard dice. It goes from 1 to 6. And you'll see a bit of, like, there's a bunch of numbers, but you'll also see a bit of funky pictures. This will be changed in the coconuts version. But basically, if, let's say I roll a 1, and from 3, I move to 4. What I can do is build stairs or waterfalls, and I'll explain how it works. Just to show you how it looks, this is a stair, And this is a waterfall. Basically, if you land on that cell, you can't put it on the cell you're at, but once you land on that cell, if you land on a stair, you go up. If you land on a waterfall, you go down a level. And I mentioned the objective was to reach the top. In this version, it's the dragon. In the coconuts version, it's going to be the golden coconut. But the objective is to reach the top. So let's say I put it somewhere here. Let's say I put it here, and then let's say on my next turn I roll a 2. Basically, I would go here, and then I could go up. And conversely, if there was a waterfall, I would be able to, let's say, one of the troll things you can do.
Actually, why don't I be the one to install the waterfall here?
Yeah.
So let's just say I rolled another one.
Oh yeah, I think we skipped how to install it, install the waterfall.
So if we take a look at the board here, we see these funky looking characters here on the player board.
Yep.
And each time your meeple lands on one of these funky looking characters, that gives you the opportunity to install a ladder. So let's just say I rolled another one again, and I landed on one of these characters here. Now I have the option to install a ladder or a waterfall. Well, since Moon is already on the 2nd level, I'm going to install a waterfall.
Kind of cheated there, but...
So I guess they can't really see from that side. So I'm going to place the waterfall right over here. All right, now it's back to Moon.
Okay. Well, for the sake of explaining, I hope I get a 2. I got a 3. So I would skip over. But if I got a 2, let's say for the sake of showing, I get a 2. Let's say I got that. I would go 1, 2. So I would go all the way back down. And this would kind of hinder my journey to the top. And as you can imagine, if you have 3 or 4 players for this game, then you could set up things, something like this. Let's say you could set it up later on. If you land somewhere here, you could set it up like something like this. So imagine you land on this spot. Basically, you would go, oh, I'm going up, and then you go straight down because of the waterfall. And so game time's kind of, it can be short, it can be long. If no one wants to win, it can go on and on, but it's not boring by any means because, I mean, there's a lot of interaction going on. Dice rolling is obviously luck, but I mentioned this was the most entertaining because you're kind of bothering each other throughout the whole game.
And I think even rolling the dice and that luck kind of also adds that excitement factor to it.
Yeah.
Because let's just say you need a 3 and you're just praying for a 3, but you get the one number that you should not be getting. And I don't know, I just think that just adds an element of excitement. So.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning there's going to be a lot of stairs, but as people go on to the second level, there's going to be a lot of waterfalls. So yeah, I mean, this is basically the version that we have here, and the actual prototype that's in the works right now. Yeah. So this is just to compare it with the box. You saw the graphic at the beginning, but this is going to be the coconuts themed one. And obviously this is still a prototype, so the numbers and the icons are still not there. But basically it'll be the same game with a different theme. So yeah. Personally, what do you think about this game? I really like this one.
I think this is probably my favorite game.
Yeah.
Out of, I mean, I like all the games here, but this one, it's... I really like this game.
I think you said you had a favorite game before, but it always switches.
Yeah, I mean, every time I look at this game, it brings back memories of when I was playing it.
Good memories? Bad memories?
Both good and bad.
Good and bad?
Good when I was climbing up to the top, but bad when I got sent all the way back to the bottom. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah. I really like it. I mean, I definitely recommend people to keep an eye out for this game for its release this year. I think this is a game that can be enjoyed by pretty much anybody. Not just
the fans of coconuts, right? I mean, Coconuts was really a really big hit. It was pretty popular with everyone. So
Yeah.
for people who like coconuts, I mean, it's pretty cool that we're expanding the universe.
No, yeah.
Have our. Hopefully, we can even have a Euro game later on with, with coconuts.
Euro game. Yeah.
But I really think it's nice that we're going back to one of our successes.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, that's our mystery ladder.
Yeah. For now, it's mystery ladder, but it could be ladder of weird. It could be
Strange
coconuts ladder. But for now, we'll call it mystery ladder.
Sounds good to me.
So how about our next game? It's called Sweetholic, and it's a card game. And this one is between 2 to 4 players. Preferably, personally, I think it's better when it's 3 or 4 players, but it's for ages 8+, and this takes around 20 minutes. It's a very short game. It can, even though we recommend around 20 minutes, a lot of games will be shorter than this. And there's several rounds played in this game, and the objective is to get the most points. So, let me just get it set up. Originally, the stack is is just one stack at the beginning, but so you can see it a bit easier, I'll just leave it as maybe a smaller stack. And when the game begins, you have these character cards, and each one represents a color, and each player gets one, and you get bonus points for finishing that color. So how about I shuffle this, and I take one, and I give you one, Sam.
Sure.
Just to show this guy. Is it a guy? Is it a guy, Sam?
Sure, it's a monkey.
So yeah, it's our coconut friend helping us out here. Okay, so you don't show these cards, but just to give you an idea how this works, I'll show you. I got the purple. Sam gets the orange, like so. And when you begin, you start with 5 cards in your hand, and you're not supposed to show your hand, but for the sake of showing you guys, I'll show the hands. I'll show my hand at least. Put myself at a disadvantage. And basically, if you look here, there's these 2 lid tokens. Basically, it's a macaron. It's a little sweet, and this is a lid. This is the filling, and you need to complete 3 and then the round, you go until the end of the round, and then you count points. And how does point scoring work? Well, just to show you an example, this one is kind of a joker lid. You need the top and the bottom in order to finish it, and this can be used for any color. So this one is actually the mint, the green one. You can actually finish it like this, since the black one's a joker. You can actually finish like this. But if you notice here, it has a minus, maybe focus, there has a -1. So originally, if this was green lid, this would be 1, 2, 3 points. And if you had a bonus card with the corresponding color, that'd be an additional point per filling. So originally this would be 3 points, but it has -1, -1. So basically, how many points do you get? Well, you only get 1 point for this. So it's like a very inefficient move. But as I mentioned, you need to finish 3 macarons to finish the game. So this could be very useful, I guess, at the end of the game. So, how about we play for real, Sam?
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay, so how the game works. Let me put some more cards here so we can extend the game a little bit.
Oh, let's just mix this in as well too.
All right. Okay, so I'm the purple, Sam's the orange. So I'm not supposed to show this hand, but basically I started with this. Sam has 5 as well.
I'll show mine as well.
What you could do, you could place a macaron in front of you and say, okay, I'm gonna start completing this. Or in my case, I'll get rid of one of this. You put it in front of the pile, you discard your card, and then for lids, you draw 2. For filling, you draw 1. So I discard a lid, So I can draw 2. And I draw, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Are we sure we shuffled this? I'm pretty sure we shuffled this a couple of times, but wow.
I don't know.
Okay, so Sam, why don't you try going?
All right. I guess I could discard this. So I guess I'll refresh.
How about? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you can imagine, if there's 4 players, there's going to be 4 discard piles. So it gets more dynamic because you can take from each other's discard pile instead of the draw pile. So let's say I want to discard this, and I don't need really. Oh, I kind of want that. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. And Sam, why don't you go?
I think I'm gonna lay down this little guy here, and yeah, I'll put this in as well. So I will take 2. Now, would I be taking 1 more as well?
No, actually, there's one thing I forgot to mention. There can only be 5 cards in the hand. So basically, I wouldn't have been able to take another one. But yeah.
It's alright. I mean, it's still a work in progress.
Yeah. This game is our first time showing this. But Mac, the Sweetholic. Well, I mean, the artwork's pretty much done. We're gonna change the box. Rules are pretty much done, but we're kind of balancing it out here and there. And I think the dev team decided 5 cards would be it for the hand at all times. So let's say this wasn't there. So, okay, let's say it's my turn. What would I want to throw away? I will throw the black one away. No. I'll throw this one away. And I'll take this.
Okay. I'm just gonna complete it, just to show.
Okay, and you need 3 of that, and then since I went first, the round would end with you anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Please give me a discard pile. Since you finished strawberry, I'll discard a strawberry.
I'll be the. Why don't we end the turn here after I just take 1 more card, and then. Yeah. Okay. I'll just take that. So yeah. So what happens once I finish 3 of these?
Then you finish the round. So if you finished it, the game would end. If I finish 3 cards, then you would get a turn, and then we would count points. And how we count points? Let's say I had something like this. Let's say, for the sake of showing, I had a hand something like this. And as I mentioned, this is the Joker card, the black one. So you can finish the set. Let's say, just to show you. Okay. So if I finish 3, like so, you would get a turn, and then the game would end. So how do you count points? Well, this is 1 point. Perhaps we can zoom in. So basically, this would be 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, minus 1, so it's back to 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, minus 1, so it's 10. But remember, there was this card, so it's 10, but for each filling, you get an extra point, so it's 1, 2, 3, that's 13 points. So basically, I just finished this just to speed it up and show you how point system works. You would compare points, and then you would get points depending on who's the winner. And you finish a couple of rounds, and then you determine the final winner. So it's pretty simple. With 2 players, I guess it'd be less dynamic in my opinion because the discard pile is smaller, but if there's 3 or 4 people, then obviously you'll have more choices.
There's more options.
Yeah, and with more options, the game becomes more dynamic. So, I mean, it's pretty a light game. I mean, the box itself is very light. The game itself is very light. So, I mean, it's easy to carry around, almost like a party game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I really like the artwork on this game as well.
As well?
Too. Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, I don't know what's going on, but the artwork so far for all these games have been really good. It's just been fantastic. So,
Yeah.
And I think that also adds character to the game as well too. So.
I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty nice. Like we have a animal themed game, a monster themed game. We have a mining themed game and a food themed game. The themes are pretty diverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of these games, which one was your favorite? Mine's pretty clear.
I think we're on the same page.
On the same page.
Yeah.
Was it Mystery Ladder?
It sure is.
And by the way, just for the people who missed it, the name's not set as Mystery Ladder. It could be Weird Ladder, it could be Mystery Ladder, it could be Coconut's Ladder. But we'll let you know when there's a final decision, and also when it's ready. It should be ready, well, in Korea it's out, but internationally, we'll let you know when it's ready.
Absolutely. I think this game can be enjoyed by pretty much everybody, and I think it definitely will not disappoint. So
a lot of trolling involved.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially with the Mystery Ladder. I can't stop talking about that game.
Yeah.
You know. So but yeah.
So that was our 5 new games. We started out with just to recap, Mind Deeper. We went with Mind Deeper was the Dueling Game, where it's a Minesweeper Battleship. Then we had Firefly Dance, which was a memory game with batteries, so the fireflies lighted up. Then we had Monster Dentist, where it's pattern recognition, and there's action because the space is limited. You have to get those doctors' dentist mirrors and then fight for space. And the first time we showed this internationally, Mystery Ladder.
First time.
Yeah, and Sweetholic. So yeah, those were our 5 games. I hope you enjoyed it, and well, I hope you look forward to it as much as we are. So yeah, from Korea Board Games, thank you for joining. This was Sam, and this is Moon and Sam.
Sam and Moon.
Moon and Sam. And have a great day.
Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.